to Dave's tweet, which I thought was spot on.
Okay.
And I don't think that they're understanding what people who are upset with them are really asking for. They're kind of acting like we're demanding they say specifically, I condemn Tucker, when that's not what, I don't think anybody's asking for that.
No.
We're simply saying, recognize the fact that this is a hot topic issue. Your job has always been to cover hot topic issues. It's weird that you're not covering this, at least to say, I disagree, or here's how I feel about said issue.
Well, it's
nobody's asking you to like break up your friendship with Tucker. Like nobody is asking for that.
It's kind of like the double standard where, you know, she'll say, I'm not going to say anything about Candace because she's a young mother, but yet she'll go after Megyn from Harry and Megyn, same age.
Yeah.
She's also a young mother, you know what I mean?
But it's not that she's friends with Candace. She's even said, I don't know her. So there's no rationale that makes sense. But anyway, this was, I thought, mean to Dave Rubin, who I thought was absolutely 100% right. Here is the video.
I hate to disappoint Tucker's critics. Mark my words, JD Vance will never condemn him because he's not a dick. He is going to stick by his friend. And I don't think JD Vance thinks that Tucker is an anti-Semite or believes any of the things that people are saying about him. And he's not going to say something he doesn't believe. So then we get Dave Rubin responding to JD Vance with a post that reads, Mr. VP, I submit this respectfully. You're totally right. Nobody should be judged for their parents' words or actions. But, and I think you know this, the very people relentlessly attacking Jews now have Indians next up on the docket. And that includes your wife, even if she eventually converts to Christianity. So yes, Tucker can interview whoever he wants. His brother can post garbage memes all day. And his son, who may be just fine, can work for the vice president. But I think people are asking you to stand up when you see something evil. While I know you are trying to hold an increasingly fractured coalition together, you were elected to be a leader, not follow the whims of the trolls. And since they eventually will turn on your own family, at some point you might want to get ahead of it. Those are my 2 cents, and I'll continue to defend all the good things you and President Trump are doing.
I agree with them.
Something that this group
100%.
of people never do. What do you make of that one?
Unfortunate. I mean, really unfortunate. This post from Dave was a kind of verging on public virtue signal. And that is the stuff that's going to needlessly tear people apart.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, there's definitely a faction of the conservative right, that's the more neo-Connie fashion, the more pro-Israel faction, that is turning into BLM 2020.
I don't understand.
I mean, it's very alienating and it's very not conservative. And it's not going to serve anybody well. Not the right, not them. It's a pointless exercise because most conservatives will recoil when faced with the choices of like, say it my way. Rather than get on board.
No,
that is just not for us.
That's not true.
It's just like, it's not how we've operated. It's not like true. In our DNA. So yeah, I agree with you on that wholeheartedly.
No, we're not asking people to say it my way, say it my way. We're just asking people to stand up for what's right. That's all. Just don't be a, dare I say, don't be a, I don't want to say the word, don't be a wussy. Don't be that.
And don't shy away from the topic. No one's asking you to condemn the person or the friendship or anything. Just be honest about what's happening that everybody else is talking about. Like, don't pretend this is a topic you don't know anything about. You obviously do. And that, I don't understand what's happening. It's bizarre. Dave Rubin wrote back and said, hey, Megyn, happy to discuss on your show anytime. Let me know. And I honestly, I hope she has him.
Yeah,
because
I hope they do.
And so here's the craziest part. Tucker, who this centers around him, essentially, she has been so determined to protect him and defend him and, you know, not condemn anything that he has ever said, ever.
Right.
Tucker had on his show this week the son of Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's son, I think his name is Nalin or something like that, totally disagrees with his mom about Israel, about almost everything. And so Tucker decided, I'm going to have him on and listen to the reason why. And then what I hope is that Megyn listens to the reason why and thinks, how might this apply to me? Here is Tucker about this interview.
The one we're about to do, because the man we're about to talk to He's 24 and is the son of Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, presidential candidate, neocon. And there's really nothing more immoral than using a child against a parent. I've been a consistent and pretty strident opponent of Nikki Haley's views for a long time. And so the idea of interviewing her son, being like, doesn't your mom suck? That's disgusting. And we're never going to do that. And so we had a lot of conversations off camera with him before this interview. And it turns out he really likes his mom a lot. And thinks she was a great mother and she's a great person. And he completely disagrees with some of her views, maybe a lot of her views, while still loving her and remaining grateful to her.
Oh, my God.
And that in itself is just such a remarkable model of what this country should be, the way that we should all be, but increasingly are not.
So you can love the person and still disagree with them and call out their views. That's literally all we've asked for Megyn to do.
You can
and
say
it's
the
like,
things. Yeah.
You can say the things without like, messing up the friendship. Tucker is now giving you permission, essentially. So I don't know. I don't know if that will filter, I don't know if that will get to the people who have been so reluctant to call him out, but I hope it does, because now Tucker is saying it.
Yeah. It's still kind of an odd interview that he's doing.
Yeah, it's super odd because literally there's no other reason to talk to that kid except to be like, look, he disagrees with his mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's obvious to anybody with half a brain cell. It's like,
Yeah.
I hate your neocon mom. Let me have you on since you hate her. You hate her policies too.
Right.
It's anyways, it just makes me kind of uncomfortable, but I mean, I won't watch it. I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not.
I have no interest in that. And I mean, I just can't, because I guess as a mom, it just it hurts my heart a little.
Yeah. I mean, that would
really
be,
does.
can you imagine Nikki's
No.
like, okay, my kid's going to go and basically rip on everything I think about.
Right.
on
And everything
Tucker.
all the things that because listen, I don't agree with Nikki on everything either, but you raise your kids a certain way. You raise them up. You put them, you're in a household, you say things, you want them to be a certain way. You're in a conservative household, you want them to be a certain way. And you want your kids to be independent and be independent thinkers and critical thinkers and whatnot. But to have them go and do a show at that young of an age with somebody who despises you, that's a tough thing. I can't, as a mom, I can't imagine my baby girl doing that. And you know what? I don't think she would. I don't think that she would. I don't.
It's just so interesting too, how genuinely surprised Tucker was that he does love his mom and thinks she's a great person. He was like,
yeah.
I mean, what?
Of course he loves his mom.
I don't.
Of course he does.
That guy. Just don't even know
right? I mean,
what he's doing.
This is the thing. What are you doing? What is that? What are you trying to do there?
So last year when I moved to South Carolina, it was the worst move ever, if you may remember, because I was so sick. And this morning I had a cough that came from way down here.
Oh no, we can't.
I know.
We can't do
I'm
this.
so worried.
We can't.
I'm so worried
We
about being
can't.
sick during Thanksgiving when my whole entire family is here. And so I'm so happy that I have drugs on hand.
Right.
And I am stocked up. I'm ready to go no matter what I end up getting, if anything.
Right.
I'm ready to go because of allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got it.
Y'all know I love this time of year, but this is the time of year that everybody gets sick. And I
is.
traveled last week twice by plane. I get so freaked out. Listen, I'm not one of those germaphobes or anything, but I do. When I travel by plane, I inevitably get sick because there's all
because of the
sorts
scooge.
Because there's plane scooge, right? And you just you can Clorox stuff, but still you always come home with something. And your cousin's kids during the holidays are host monkeys for all the bugs that are going around. You know what I'm talking about. You're going to get something. So you need to make sure that your medicine cabinet is prepped now, so you don't have to sit in a dock in the box, because nobody wants to be sitting around those snotty and coughing people. It's gross. Having meds on hand is key. So we have our stash from All Family Pharmacy. We have antibiotics, antivirals. We have ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and then other maintenance meds, because they have those too. They have all the stuff that you take, if you have blood pressure medication or thyroid or diabetes meds, they have those too. Stuff that you take every day. So you should all that stuff, bacterial, all the stuff that you need Check it out. allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Order today. Use promo code CHICKS10. Get 10% off your order and get what you need before the holiday rush starts. Okay. It's just one less thing to worry about during the season. That's allfamilypharmacy.com/chicks. Code CHICKS10. Do that. Yes.